Hey everybody, happy Memorial Day. I wanted to take just a second and dedicate this episode to our U.S. military and remember all those who died for our country. I want to celebrate our freedom with lots of fun DIYs for you to add to your home. So what do you say? Let's get started, and don't forget to say thank you to our military. Hey everybody, I'm Soozie, and this is Soozie's Stuff. Welcome to station KDIY Channel 146. I'm so happy you're here. I would love it if you'd click and subscribe, and then click the bell to be notified when I upload a new episode. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up or even a comment. So don't touch that dial. Let's go make some stuff. And to kick off our fun celebration, we're going to make some patriotic candles. And all of these supplies right here are from Dollar Tree. I love these candles, and they have just about every color you can think of. So I'm trying to get the label off of this. And when you take it off, it does show a little bit of the color, like the film is blue. And so the candles, they're not poured that great, but we're going to use them and we're going to kind of cover a little bit of it. But I finally got that label off, and then these awesome window clings. Aren't they awesome? Oh, I think I said awesome, didn't I? Well, they are, and they just work perfectly for these candles. This DIY, anybody can do. You just add them to your candle any way you like, and boom, you have an instant DIY. I love it. I also add some jute twine to all three of them. I've been using this jute twine more. It is from Hobby Lobby, and it's a little bit thicker. So I've been using it a little bit more because I need some thickness there. And look at this one. I love the little can with some, I guess those are blue bonnets and a flag. Oh, I love it. And this is perfect for Memorial Day, Home of the Brave. And it looks beautiful on the blue candle. I'm trying to hide some of that ugly part of the candle. And so this DIY is just going to be finished in no time. I put some twine on the bottom, and then for the white one, I put twine on the top and the bottom. And if you notice on the window clings, there's going to be some perfect ones to use for the 4th of July celebration. So keep those handy, and we'll pull it back out when we start to do a little bit of the 4th of July DIYs. So this is pretty much done. I add it to the top and bottom. I don't add any, what do you call those little bows? I'm like, no, the center one doesn't need it. And there they are. So here you go. I just love it. You can put these candles anywhere. Outside would be great on your table. It's beautiful when you light the wick, and the ambiance is incredible. So I hope that you can find these candles. Well, we always can find the candles. We don't have a problem finding those. Grab a blue and a white and a red and some window cling, and you have a beautiful DIY. Our next project, I have to tell you, is one of my favorites. It's the One Nation tray. And I'm going to be using these supplies here. So the very first thing is I got this at Christmas at Hobby Lobby. And it was, I think, 80 or 90% off. Nobody liked the flamingo tango or something. So I got it for super cheap. So if you don't have anything like this, then you can create your own tray with whatever materials that you have. So it was originally $14.99, and I got it for like 90 off. I think it was like $1.40 something. And I just wanted to sort of use my sandpaper to make sure that the paint will stick to it, and then take off those labels. I love that little spatula thing. If you haven't seen it at Dollar Tree, pick that up. And then I have this little handy dandy little Duracell screwdriver, and we're going to take off the little hanger. Now the screws weren't very deep, so I just sanded that off. I didn't have to fill it up, and it worked out perfectly. Some of the paint goes in there and it just, you can't see it. So all we're gonna do is take some Waverly chalk paint in white, and we're gonna give this a nice 2 coats. So now this is all nice and dry. I'm just taking some black paint. This just happens to be some of the chalkboard paint from Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna use like a little stippling brush, an old brush, and just kind of distress it a little bit with this black paint, ever so lightly. I barely have any paint on my paintbrush, and we're just gonna kind of go all over it, just like that, in some of the little crevices. I love this look. Alright, so now that's done, and next I'm going to use some of these little wood beads from Dollar Tree. They're colored, and I haven't really used them all that much, but I'm like, I think they have a red and blue in there. So all I'm going to do is take the 4 of the big red ones and 2 of the navy blue ones, and we're going to thread it through some jute twine. And it's going to become the little handles on the tray. They're not real, they're more decorative than anything. And so I tie a knot on the end and leave just a little bit, about an inch or so on each end. And then we're gonna hot glue that to look like the little handles. And I love how this turned out. So cute. So first I'm just hot gluing the beads down so they'll be nice and secure, and then I go back and add just a little drop to glue down the little twine pieces. So this turned out super cute, and if you notice there, the little watermelon tray, they had those earlier at Dollar Tree, and I'm like, they're so cute. And they come in handy when I'm working with beads because they keep them right in place and don't let them fly everywhere. So this window cling is perfect. It's the One Nation United States. It fits perfectly inside. And so what I'm going to do now is just take a little bit of Mod Podge, and it's the matte Mod Podge. And I just take it and kind of put a little bit underneath, and then we'll do a nice heavy coat on top. This came out so beautiful. Oh yeah, on the sides, I do add some stars, like the big stars on each of the sides. I think I'll show you right here. Just grab a little star, and we put it right on the side. Just a wonderful little Memorial Day touch. And now we are seriously on the final stretch of this beautiful tray. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to dry, and look how it came out. I absolutely love this piece. It is one of my favorites. It looks great just standing straight up, or you could put it on your coffee table with a few candles, maybe some greenery. I've seen those $5 trays at Dollar Tree in the Dollar Tree Plus section, so you might grab that and do the same thing. So I hope you enjoyed this One Nation tray. And another favorite is the Memorial Day wreath. It will be perfect to adorn your door. So I'm going to be using all of these supplies here. And I've got these paint sticks. I say paint sticks because you just see one, but I end up using 2 more. So you'll need 3 of these from Walmart. They're 98 cents for 3. So I'm just going to give it a very light coat of the Waverly chalk paint and let that dry. I'm going to give it a quick sand to give it a little bit of the distressed look, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit. Now this wreath I have had forever. I've reused it and reused it and reused it. You can see some hot glue on there, but it'll all be covered. So find any wreath that you like. I think I got it years ago at Hobby Lobby. Now those stickers I got at Michael's, and they are beautiful silver, sort of raised thick stickers. You can use whatever stickers you want. I almost used my Dollar Tree stickers that are the rub-on stickers, but these are so beautiful. I'd never really used them that much, and so I wanted to use them with this project. So make sure that you spell remember correctly. There's 2 M's, and we're just going to put those all on. And the reason that I used 2 more sticks is because it just didn't look right. It looked kind of plain, so I added 2 more, and that was a little board from Dollar Tree, and I just pulled off the stars because we're going to use those right on the sign. And I don't hot glue the sign in, I'm just kind of sticking it in there, and it really is tight and secure. This red berry pick is some that I pulled out of my Christmas stash, and I've had them for years. They are, I think, gosh, I don't even know where I got them, but everybody needs red berries in their craft stash, right? So you can use any flowers. I did pick up some Dollar Tree flowers, but I had these and thought they were pretty. But you can use any type of flowery or greenery. And so these are the 3 flags from Dollar Tree this year. I'm just kind of unrolling them and rolling them backwards because they were kind of all, I don't know, kind of twisted up. So we get those done, and I'm going to place them on the right, and I'm going to put all 3 of them on there. And you see the little remember sign is nice, but it's just not enough. I just thought it needed more, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, something's just not right. So we are going to add 2 more signs. Oh yeah, I'm going to add some of the burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. You know, they just got a whole bunch in. I've been looking for some, and they really have stocked up on all the stores that I go to. All of them have the burlap ribbon now. So get out there right now before it's all gone. So I'm just making a little shoestring bow. I really seriously am not the best bow maker in the world. I really need to sit down and watch some YouTube videos on how to make bows. I know Olivia's Romantic Home, she does a lot of great ones, and but I do add a little bit more ribbon at the bottom, you'll see. So what do you think? I love that I added 2 more sticks. It really does make it come together a little bit better. Always remember our heroes. So I love that font of those stickers. And again, I did get those at Michael's. And so it's pretty much complete. I did add, if you see there, another little bow inside. So I love how this looks. It's so rustic and pretty. The one thing is I do like the flags, but I don't like the material. They're kind of that, I don't know, nylon material. I wish I had some more fabric, but I think it turned out beautiful, and I will be hanging this on my front door. I absolutely love it. All right, and we are ready for our next one. It's called Patriotic Frames, and I'll be using all these supplies, mostly from Dollar Tree. I do start out with these awesome frames, these sort of house frames. If you haven't seen them, grab them. If you do, they stand up and you can change them out. I love, love, love these beautiful frames. Now, I intended to use the glass because it does come with glass in there. And I'm taking it all apart and keeping the glass. But the last one didn't quite make it. It did break. So maybe that was something that was supposed to happen because it does look better without the glass. So I'm so glad that it actually broke, and I do get rid of that glass. So I'm not going to use those again. But these frames are amazing. I hope that you can find them at your Dollar Tree. Okay, our next step is I'm using this designer paper from Walmart. It's a gigantic book full of all kinds of paper and scrapbook paper, and I always see it, so I know that you'll find it. I don't think it was that expensive, maybe $6 or $7, but it sure does have a lot of beautiful pieces. So I'm picking out some that are reddish, whitish, and bluish. So that'll be perfect for our frame. So I'm going to be using all three of these, and we're going to cut those out and get them in the shape of the house frame. I'm going to use these gold rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree. I always usually see them, so I don't think you'll have any trouble finding those, and you'll need a little popsicle stick to help rub it off. So I'm just looking at all the designs, and we're going to put it all together, and these are really cute. The one thing to remember is when you're rubbing this off is to really make sure that you get it rubbed off, and if you don't, as you peel it off, you'll see where it needs to be laid back down and rubbed off a little bit more, but they do work really great, and they're just a beautiful sparkling gold. I think this part turned out really well. It really is therapeutic to do all of this. There are some small pieces, but I know that you'll enjoy it. And you see right here, the stars didn't come out. I was like, oh no, please don't mess up. But just don't worry, lay it back down and go over it with your popsicle stick again, and it will come off, and it will look beautiful. So now I have them all done, and I love, look at that one, is some writing on there. I can't remember right now what it says. Whoops, I think it's from the Constitution. But anyway, you can do whatever patterns that you want. So it's super fun to design that. Your kids can get involved with that. And so I'm now just going to use my glue stick to glue all the pieces together on the frame. And we're putting our last one in. Just kind of push it back down in there and put it all together, and look how it turned out. I really, really love this. Now, one thing I do now is they do have a little stand, but I add something in just a minute. I'm a little ahead of myself here. I do add a crazy little bow. I just cut some pieces, that's some butcher twine, some of the red gingham from Dollar Tree, and some twine, and I just kind of throw it all together and make a messy bow, and I put it right in the center. I couldn't decide. I may go back and change that. I think I like the gingham just by itself, but I think it looks pretty cute. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. I used some of the tower blocks to add, even though it has a stand, it's a really short stand, and so when you use it, it makes the picture frame lay back really far, and I didn't want it to lean back that far, just kind of a little bit. But this is how it turned out. I love this, how easy. And so you can use any kind of scrap paper that you have. I just like that it was red, white, and blue-ish, and then your rub-on stickers. So I hope you enjoyed this Patriotic Frames. I know you'll enjoy putting yours together today. Our next project is simple, easy, and quick. It's the Patriotic Red Truck, and I'm going to be using these supplies from Dollar Tree. The paper, though, I did get at Hobby Lobby, and it was a leftover sheet that I had used before, and so I'm just going to add it to this beautiful white cutting board from Dollar Tree. You can always usually find those. So I'm not going to cover the whole board, just about in the middle. And I'm going to be using this glue stick. It doesn't really glue that great, but enough. And then you'll see here in just a minute that I do add a couple of spots of hot glue. After the stick glue dried, I just wasn't very patient enough for it to really adhere. I do add a little bit of hot glue right here. You'll see I mashed this down and I'm like, okay, you need to stick instantly. But it was coming up a little bit and I just go, hot glue, that'll make you stick. You're gonna stay in place. So that is done. Super easy, super quick. And then I'm gonna be using this garden stake that is the cute little red truck. And I'm using my wire cutters to cut off that piece. And then there was a little bit extra. And so I'm cutting that off. And really that's all there is to it. I'm just gonna add that right on, use a little hot glue, and then we'll add some twine to the handle. And at this point, you could add any type of bow, no bow, anything you like at the top. I just love wrapping the handle with this twine. And then I'm going to add a little teeny tiny bow at the top. I wasn't quite sure about the bow. Let me know what you think. I think it kind of looks good just like that. But I do end up adding the bow. And I may go back and take it off. I'm not sure if I like it. What do you think? As I'm looking at it now, I could have used some more of those window clings, maybe to put on the front, like one of them that says freedom or something at the bottom. That would have been cute. Just didn't think about it at the time. See, I like it just like that. It looks really pretty. But we are going to add the bow. And pretty much this is complete. I love how it turned out. This will be great in your kitchen as you're preparing a nice meal on Memorial Day, all your barbecue and hot dogs, and you're really ready to enjoy your day. So I love how this turned out. Super easy, super quick, and we always love that. So I hope you can find your white cutting board and the little garden stake at Dollar Tree, and you can get yours made today. This fun DIY is called Land of the Free, and we'll be using these supplies from Dollar Tree. I think everything is from Dollar Tree this time. And so I'm going to be using some of this Deco mesh, and I have to tell you about my friend Dave from Dave's Recent Things. He inspired me to make this little Deco mesh, loopy, kind of cute, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. I think it's called curled loopy things. I don't know. But I was going to make more than one, but I ended up just using one. But he shows how to use the little Dollar Tree cutting board, craft cutting board, to measure it. I can't remember how long that is, maybe 7 inches. And so you just wrap it all around and then cut that apart. And then you have all of these pieces. And we're going to be curling them up and using his step-by-step procedure. It is so easy, and I'm so glad that I used it and showed you how simple it is. He gives the best instructions, and it makes it easy for anyone to do. So I'm going to be using these pipe cleaners, Chanel stems, whatever, and I'm cutting them in half. And so I'm taking these little curls, and I put 2 together only because you could just use one, but I liked it that it makes it more colorful. So you curl it up and then stick it between your fingers to hold it. And we've got 2, and I'm going to be making 4 little curls for one bundle. That's it. That's the word I was looking for, bundle. Little curly Q bundles. And so I've got one more to do. Now, you can use this method. I'm going to be adding his link down below, and you can check out how he did a complete wreath of all of these little curlicue bundles. But I'm just going to be using one for the top of my little sign. So I've got them all put together That last one gave me some trouble. This Dollar Tree Deco mesh is not the best made, but it worked perfectly for what I needed. So you take your little pipe cleaner, bend it in half and slide it, then grab it and put it in your other hand, twist, and you have this darling little bundle. You put all that together and it makes a really cute wreath. So now I'm going to be using this patriotic sign that you get at Dollar Tree. It's kind of the little tag. And this monthly calendar, the Simply Blessed calendar. Inside it has the land of the free, or free of the home and the brave. What did I name this project? I don't remember. Land of the free. But anyway, I'm going to be adding this to the center, plus some other little scrapbook pieces. You'll see I'm going to take a breath. Okay, so I'm just taking off that little bitty part that has the hole in it, and I'm just going to cut that down a little bit more on the bottom so it's kind of even. Now, this calendar was out way back in September. I hope that you can find it. Well, I know you can't find it anymore, but I hope that you have one. If you don't, then you can go online and find some really cool pictures to use. I'm going to use that little Walmart scrapbook paper again, and you saw it earlier, and I'm just going to be using this sort of neutral color. It's going to peek out at the top and the bottom, and I use my glue stick to put it all down, and then I'm going to use a sandpaper block to take off all of the excess. The glue stick works really well when you're doing things like this, because sometimes that Mod Podge will kind of make your paper bubble or wrinkle. But if you wanted to, you can add the Mod Podge on the top and it will sort of seal it all in. I did not. I might go back and do that, but you don't need to put it on the bottom. But on the top is just fine. So we have all of our pieces coming together, and so I'm going to flip it over and trim it down. Oh yeah, I'm just sipping on my lemonade with that cute lemonade cup from Dollar Tree. Have you seen those? They're super skinny and super tall. I love them, and I think that they have them with a watermelon design on there too. So I love those cups. I think it's so special to drink out of them. Hee hee. And so now we're just going to remove all the excess and give it that little rustic look on the edges. I am going to be using the hole in the top to add our little cute curly bundle, and I'm using a Dollar Tree nail file to sort of get in there and take off that excess paper. Works great. And now we're ready to add my favorite part of this project. I do add another longer pipe cleaner so I can get it through there. That short one just didn't go around enough. So I'm just going to twist that on the top there, and it is so cute. I love that method. Thank you so much, Dave, for bringing that into my life. It's so adorable. And now I'm going to embellish the center of that little curly hue bundle. I have these little pieces from Dazzle Me, Be Dazzled, Dazzle Fun, something. I'll link it down below. You can get all of these little pieces for just a really good price. And so I'm going to use the pearls for the center. Look how adorable that is. Oh, I love it. All the blues and the reds match. Sometimes the reds aren't red and they're kind of maroon, but this all came together beautifully. I love it. What do you think? I think that would be so cute for 4th of July. It kind of looks like a fireworks. But I hope you enjoyed this simple little project and that you can create your Land of the Free, Home of the Brave project today because of the brave. All right, and our last project is actually already done. It's called the Patriotic Ribbon Hanger. And before I even started my YouTube channel, last year I made this in May, and I had an old board. It was actually inspired by something that I saw on Pinterest. I had an old board, and then these are some stars that I got at Dollar Tree at the time. I just painted them white and then added a little bit of wax on there. I'd been watching some of you guys that craft on YouTube. And so I had all of this ribbon. Some is from Dollar Tree, some is from wherever. And then, I had an unexpected guest. This is my precious cat. This is Coco Baby's Queen Princess. And she rarely comes on the table, so this was quite funny that she came on. I think it was the ribbon that brought her in. But anyway, I love all this ribbon, that gingham ribbon. I think I got it at Hello, excuse me, I'm filming. But anyway, I wished I would have added some blue. I think now Dollar Tree has some of the blue gingham, which I may add in there. But all I did was just cut some pieces and then I hot glued it on the back and added the rope hanger for the top. And I just love this piece. So proud. It was one of my very first projects that I ever did before I started filming. So I had to share it with you today, and I hope that you can make it. It's really so easy. Just get a whole bunch of coordinating ribbon and you will have yours done in no time. I hope you can get yours put together and put on your door today. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed all these Memorial Day projects, and some of them can move right on into the 4th of July, Independence Day, and I hope that you can make your home so festive. And we always want to remember to give a big thank you to all our veterans and everyone that has served in our military. Thank you so much. So all of these projects were super easy to create, and almost everything I got at Dollar Tree, they sure were fun, especially those candles. How easy was that? Don't forget to pick up some of those clings. I also want to thank all my subscribers and all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to comment and leave me a thumbs up. I hope you'll be able to tune in next Saturday. I always upload then, and on Tuesday I give a short 60-second DIY. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and even a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'll see you next time on Soozie's Stuff, KDIY Channel 146. Bye, everybody.